One of the most common mistakes I see novice riders do is trying to ride with their eyes glued to their front wheel. They do that because in their inexperience they want to see and control every single possible immediate danger. Ironically, the exact opposite happens. They are so focused on micromanaging what is happening now that they have no time whatsoever to micromanage the future. The result is that they end up going completely blind into the trails. Might as well do it with, with a white cane. Hello adventurers! My name is Diogo Guerra, this is Offroad-Offcourse, and in today's video I'm going to teach you the importance of looking away from your bike and planning ahead.
Being used to look far away from the bike, deep into the track, pick up obstacles way before they become a problem, and making good decisions is probably my greatest skill as a rider. Honestly, I don't consider that I am that good solving near crash situations, but on the other hand, I think I'm kind of world class when it comes to avoiding those situations altogether. Just because, I always have my wheels exactly where I want them to be, and that does not happen because I'm looking at my front wheel. That happens because I'm looking as far as the trail will allow me. I am never surprised. I never encounter a situation that feels like a death sentence because sometimes I see those things, but they happen, or I see them way before they become a real threat. So yeah, vision is key.
Basically, you have to ride like an owl and not like a mole. Owls, they have big eyes and they look around and then they plan and they know where they are going and they glide smooth and effortlessly. Moles are stupid. They go underground, they use their stupid whiskers and they dig around, smash face first on the rock, and then they blame the tires or something. I don't even know. Target fixation. It's a real thing. There's a cruel joke that your brain plays on you when you're scared. It glues your eyes to the thing you're afraid of. And on a motorcycle that's terrible, cause the bike has a tendency to go where you are looking at. So staring at a dangerous obstacle is basically the recipe to make sure you hit it. The only way out of this is to train your brain to focus on the solutions and not on the problems. It's beautiful, it's very poetic, and maybe the reason why riding a motorcycle often feels like therapy. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are riding down the trails and then at the distance you see a big rock or a big hole. So you already know that obstacle is there, so ignore it and start deciding, because all it matters now is deciding if you are going on the left side or the right side of it. So you have to look around the obstacle and beyond the obstacle so that you can get the right information in order to make a wise decision. Did this make sense? I really hope so, because to be honest, that's all I had for this chapter. Most obstacles don't matter. There are a bunch of things that typically strike fear into a novice rider's heart and then bring them down into this tense micromanagement mode where everything seems to go wrong. And those things are, for instance, loose gravel, sand, steep hills, big rocks, big ruts, big holes, tree roots, downhills, tight turns, fast turns. Well, basically everything that makes off-road off-road. Truth is, all of these things are meh. They shouldn't even matter. Not if you keep the bike going with a certain momentum, and not if you have a decent body position. The bike, the amazing machine that you ride, is capable of dealing with most things, well, way better than you probably think. And I can prove it to you. Wow. Yeah, not a very good demonstration, and there's a bit more walking up and down the hill than I expected, but I hope the message came across. See, if a poor, lonely wheel can deal with these things on its own, then probably your bike can do too. All you have to do is stop micromanaging it and relax a little bit and make sure you have the right momentum and the body in the relaxed but optimal position. And I cannot stress enough how important body positioning is. Try to learn from an instructor, watch 10,000 videos, watch yourself, film yourself, and then compare it to the videos, and I'm sure you're gonna learn and improve a lot. Look into the future. If when you are riding you are looking far away from the bike, you are basically looking into the future. And if this makes sense when you're going straight, it also makes sense when you are about to turn, especially if it's a very tight turn. On my classes, I see a lot of riders struggling to do tight turns because they only turn their heads like 20 or 30 degrees in the direction they want to go. And believe it or not, the bike will not want to turn more than that. If you are planning a 180-degree turn, look as far as you can in that direction, and that will help you steer the bike that way. If I am turning here, it's because I already saw this part of the trail like 2 or 3 seconds ago, so I know it's safe. So now all I have to do is to trust the bike while I look to where I want to be in the next 2 or 3 seconds. How to train all this? So now that you understand all of these things, it's important to train our brain to actually act upon this knowledge. And I suggest a very effective and rather simple exercise. Pick a non-scary trail you kinda know and commit to keeping your eyes 20 or 30 meters ahead for at least 10 full seconds. Practice this and learn to trust your ability to decide what needs attention and what you can fully delegate. And trust your peripheral vision to be aware of your current position so you can adjust your body position to the situation, if necessary. For the sake of this exercise, I really don't want you to be looking down. But let's be honest, in real life it's not always like that. It's more like a 80-20% thing. 80% of the time looking as far as you can, as far as the trail can allow you, and then 20% of the time scanning back, making sure that you saw everything or just rechecking things that you were not exactly sure. At first it will feel weird, it will feel reckless, but then it's like magic. Things start to flow, your lines improve, they become smoother, they become cleaner. The trail stops screaming, like you're not in panic mode anymore because you know what's gonna happen, and things will just make more sense. Well, and now I'm done, guys. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something, and if so, please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the thingy, and to share. And please, baby, leave me a comment and tell me if you are an owl or a mole. See you next week, and happy rides!